Perhaps the two most consistent teams as of late are the ones in Athens. And Patrick Klinger joins me now. That leads to some good news and also some bad news.
Yeah, that's right, Sean. You know, the good news for the fans in the Plains is that the boys team extended their 3-game winning streak this week. But the bad news is that the girls team is still riding an 8-game losing streak. Now, I'll get the bad news out of the way for those of you at home. The Lady Bulldogs hosted conference-leading Nelsonville York, and if that wasn't tough enough, they were shorthanded. Claire DeBruin did not play due to a concussion she suffered at Vinton County, and Olive Harder was out with an illness. And they both played big-time minutes, Sean, so that really hurt them offensively.
Yeah, and it did not get much better for the green and gold. They really struggled to put up points.
Oh, no doubt. NY held them to just 3 first-quarter points, and to be blunt, Sean, the Lady Bulldogs played very poorly on the offensive end in the 57-21 loss. There were times that they had wide-open layups and just simply missed. You know, at one point, I heard Coach Paul McNeil yell out, "I can't make them for you." You know, and to go along with their 30 turnovers, it just wasn't their night. You know, last week on the show, I talked about Coach McNeil's process for this team this season, and after the game, he said that nothing has changed.
Everybody wants to win. You know, there's not a coach that's going to go in their game and say, "Oh, well, I think our plan is we're going to lose this by 20." So for us, however, we understand that we're behind the 8 ball every single night. So we have to continue to work on things which are going to may not help us today, but try to help us in the future.
Now, on a lighter note for Bulldogs fans, the boys team returned the favor to NY as they picked up another TVC Ohio win on Tuesday, 71-47. And Sean, Athens was dominant. And for one of the few games this season, they shot the ball really well from outside. In particular, Dalton Cozart. He came out of the gates on fire. He had 11 of his 16 total points in the first quarter. He was looking like Steph Curry out there, splashing home 4 of his 5 threes. You know, after the game, I caught up with head coach Jeff Skinner, and he joked that Cozart really doesn't say a whole lot in the locker room, but he could tell that the sophomore is having a lot of fun out there.
Yeah, and that's kind of refreshing because we always seem to be talking about Griffin Lutz.
Oh, don't worry, Sean. Lutz got his. He quietly worked his way close to a triple-double with 23 points, 9 boards, and 7 assists. But, you know, he had help, though. 9 Bulldogs found themselves in the score sheet, and they're one of the hottest teams out there right now. And, you know, Sean, they now have a full week before their next matchup, and they have a monumental showdown coming up against the one-loss Megs Marauders on the 22nd.
Yeah, we'll see if they can carry this momentum into that long break. Thanks, Patrick.